Okay guys, I have to release this video because I'm sick of hiding my niche and I really want to just get this video out to people. I'm very happy with the end result. We are getting impressions already. If I go on most recent date, we have 44 impressions, but a lot of those are from Italy, which is obviously me. But there are 16 impressions from the United States, and nobody knows about this website except one person who doesn't even live in the United States. They live in the United Kingdom. So what can we conclude from that? We can conclude that this site will start to get traffic. Overall, I have created, and I will continue to create, guys. I want to make this absolutely clear. Although I'm releasing the video tonight and I'm getting it out there, I'm not going to stop with the website. I'm not going to do what every other YouTuber does, which is make the website, make the video, make the money, and then stop with the website. I really want to keep this website going. You can see that I'm serious about this website, okay? I've made 130 pages, for God's sake. I don't know how many pages Two Men has, or ISU. Well, ISU has 50,000, so, or maybe more. But for me to sit here and make 130 pages, okay? I don't do that unless I'm serious about something. So let's talk overall about the content that I've created so far. I did the pillar pages, which you can see at the top of the website. Very happy with the results here. All of these are indexed, so I'll just show you that. So let's do tiny house basics first. So if I do site and then that, you'll see that it's apparently not indexed, but it was indexed yesterday. So someone told me today that the site thing no longer works. So let's see if it's indexed here. If it's not indexed here, then it's obviously not indexed. But I was led to believe that it was indexed. So this has, for some reason, been de-indexed, which is kind of strange. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you. If this is also de-indexed, then something has happened to the website and something is wrong. Okay, this is indexed. That's fine. So yeah, overall, these pages are all indexed, I'm pretty sure. I'm really surprised that Tiny House Basics is not indexed. I wasn't expecting that, to be fair. If this one's de-indexed as well, there's a problem, but yeah, it's fine. Most things are indexed. I don't know why Tiny House Basics has been de-indexed, but I will look at that in a moment and try and find out what the problem is. Aside from that, we have a few ways of monetizing. We have the Clickbank affiliate, and we will eventually get onto AdSense because I'm going to keep writing content, and that's how I want to monetize. Tiny House Legal is another pillar page, which should be indexed. This one is indexed, which is really good. This has a lot of content on it. I made individual pages for every single state in the US. So are they legal? But I also did something else, which is I did the same thing for the cost of a tiny home. So how much does a tiny home cost? So I have the pillar page, how much does a tiny home cost? I also have a boxable affiliate link. I have these graphs, which I made using ChatGPT. If you want to know how I did those graphs, I don't think I actually talked about it in this video. So let's just quickly go on my channel. If you go on my channel, click on videos, and watch any of these videos here. Okay, these 3 videos, they all show you how to make graphs and how to make images using ChatGPT. So make sure to check those videos out if you want to know how I made these graphs specifically. And then at the bottom we have the how much does a tiny home cost in X, so California and all the other states. Okay, and then the basic idea here is I'm going to be using articlefiesta to continue with the blog. All of these are written by articlefiesta so far, except this one and this one, I believe. So I'm going to be doing more articlefiesta stuff. I'm probably going to release 50 blog posts or so. And that is basically to back up the pillar pages. That's a very standard practice. And I went ahead and I made a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Highly recommend that you do this. Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to buy a fresh domain and basically work on it for as long as possible to try and rank it on Google. This will have everything you need in a video to rank on Google, and I'm going to be using Hostinger. if you go to hostinger.com/income stream surfers, they actually have a special deal for my viewers, and it just saves you a little bit of money. And to be honest with you, it's already really good value for money for buying like a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, depending on how long you want to buy for. And yeah, I just found Hostinger. I was already using Hostinger before they reached out to me, and I just thought, why not? May as well just use Hostinger as an affiliate. So yeah, there's an affiliate link in the description. Feel free to use them as well. But basically, I'm going to be buying a new domain today, and we're going to see what happens. I'm kind of excited. I know I did a series with Coffee Somnium that probably a lot of people saw. The reason I'm not using that is because the main problem is I just wrote too many articles with auto-blogging AI, and there's so many duplicates, and it's just a bit of a mess, to be honest with you. And that was like a dry run. This is going to be the real run right here, right now. So let's get a domain. And to get a domain, we need to think of a niche, which is my least favorite thing. So we're just going to use ChatGPT, honestly. And I don't know whether I want to focus on Amazon affiliate or display advertising, because I actually heard that how much does Google pay for 1,000 views on a website display ad? I thought it was like 20 cents, but I read somewhere that it was like $20. So I'm kind of curious. Can vary greatly based on many factors. The factors include blah blah. So it uses CPM. So it does go up to $1 to $2. But $2 is nothing. Like 1,000 views, $2 is not that great. So I think probably supplementing it with some kind of affiliate income would be nice. So what I need to do is, can you help me think of an Amazon, think of a website niche that combines display ads with, oh, but Ezoic I think pays more. Maybe that's what I read. Ezoic CPM average. So yeah, 12 to 18. So like maybe it would be better just to focus on not even do affiliate. Anyway, we'll see what this comes up with Amazon affiliate to monetize the website. Please. Here are a few niche ideas. So tech reviews. Oh, no. Home decor, no. Book reviews, no. Outdoor and camping, no. Fitness and wellness, no. I don't like any of these. Can you go super extra spicy niche? Vintage typewriter restoration and collection. Damn, it really took my prompts to heart, didn't it? Specialty coffee brewing techniques. So something that I really like to do with ChatGPT is now to say, give me 50 more. Retro video game collecting. That's very interesting. Oh, that gave me chills. Wait, that's a really good idea. Wait. That's really interesting. So yeah, I'm so curious about these niches right now, and I do have access to Ahrefs, so I'm just gonna basically whack this in to Ahrefs and see if any of these have like surprisingly high amounts of searches per month. Mushroom foraging, that'd be interesting. Underwater basket weaving. What? Underwater basket? What the hell is underwater basket weaving? Ah, okay. I just got rickrolled. Nice. Home cheese making. Making cheese. How does that not have more searches per month? I'm so surprised. So I just found an interesting niche. I'm just kind of curious about what the overall kind of oomph is here. So the niche is tiny houses, and I just think that would be quite a interesting niche to get into. So tiny houses, and this is a good way to judge the overall kind of 1.3 million. Interesting. So when kind of analyzing a niche, one thing that I really like to do is to look at the rows on Google Ads Keyword Planner. So this has 936, which is tiny houses. So just as a comparison, let's search coffee, and you'll see that the rows are actually fairly similar, which is really, really interesting. So tiny houses is actually looking pretty juicy, to be fair. It's looking pretty free. What I want to check as well is if I go and ask Socrates, I always forget what the name of this website actually is. I think it's called Answering. Yeah, Answer Socrates. So let's go United States and tiny house. 114 questions. Oh yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Some really interesting keywords here. What does that even mean though? So the tinylife.com, tiny house garage. Oh yeah, there's gonna be loads of people doing. This is the last thing you always need to check, the competition. But like everything is gonna have competition. That's just how it works. Like literally everything nowadays has competition. It's about breaking through. 52.5 thousand keywords. I'd be happy with like a fifth of that. This niche mine, yeah. Interesting. I'm still laughing at underwater basket weaving. When I read that, I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, wait, do people actually do it though? Or are these just memes? They have to be memes. There's no way people actually do that. I'm so sorry if anyone's a underwater basket weaver and they're watching this. I apologize, but I don't think it's real. Okay, so let's check a few other competitors just to see. So if one competitor has 133,000 traffic, that's pretty juicy, to be fair. So my plan with this website is to go really. I'm planning on making good content. So this is a fairly new website. Okay. Interesting. I kind of like this niche. I'm going to put this on the niche board. I'm going to just check a few more in case I stumble across some absolute gold, but tiny houses is looking nice right now. It's looking pretty up for grabs. Yo, these niches are so nice. Eco-friendly wedding planning. Wow, that's really nice. Etsy has an affiliate system. That's interesting. That would be a really good way to build content. Would be to take, because you can probably embed Etsy listings in on WordPress. The first thing you need is to find the Etsy shop plugin. That might be for actual. Yeah, I'm sure it's possible though. Let's be honest. Like Etsy embed. It'll be really easy. It's 100% possible. I don't even need to check. I can just do photos if it comes to it as well. That's a really interesting niche. Wait, I'm just going to put both of those on the niche board. So yeah, I thought I would make a longer video and kind of include you guys in the process of me choosing a niche. You can see that it's working out pretty nicely. So we will keep going. I just want to see if any of these are like super insane niches. Oh. Oh, interesting. Sustainable wedding plan. This is going to be something that's going to explode. Wait. There's things here. Eco-friendly wedding. I'm surprised that doesn't have way more. Green wedding. 3,600 minus 19. No. I swear there's something there. I'm not going to give up on that just yet. I'm going to find a website, so eco-friendly wedding planning. Ah, okay. Interesting though. Doesn't actually seem like there's greenweddingshoes.com. Hmm. That's really interesting. There doesn't seem to be an actual website, but like I don't know if the demand is there, to be honest with you. I guess if this article has like 50,000 traffic, it could be really interesting, but I doubt it. Yeah, 1.7 thousand. Pretty lame, honestly. Where are the keywords? Green weddings, yeah, sustainable wedding, green themed wedding. Nah. I think probably very soon this will be a good niche. It would be interesting to go into this because basically my logic would be that there will be eco-friendly. Actually, biodegradable. There's a keyword. I wonder how many people search for biodegradable confetti. Biograde. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to spell confetti either. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm slowly forgetting English. You're all watching me just forget my own language slowly. I made a good effort. Come on. I made a good effort. Is that going to be the same? 2,400. I honestly believe this will be a really, really good niche. And yeah, you can basically sell other people's Etsy products using the Etsy affiliate system, and you can take their photos, and they're not going to complain. Let's be honest. Oh, Wait, this might be an insane niche actually. Eco-friendly wedding rings. Eco-friendly wedding. Surely that's. How does that not have like 50,000 searches per month? I find that really strange. I don't know why. It's one of those things about SEO that sometimes I just don't understand why it's not. It's just nothing. Eco-friendly rings? But I mean, that's not really wedding. I'm surprised that only 140 people per month search for environmental. I guess that not that many people get married. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let's go on to indoor. I'm looking at. I just keep thinking about tiny houses. That's all I can think about right now. Indoor vertical gardening. No, not looking great. Let's see what Ahrefs has to say about it. No. We'll check a few more. I should really just check all of these like I did before. Plant-based diet recipes is your money or your life. Beeswax candle making. Bullet journaling techniques. Exotic pet care. That's pretty niche. I like that. Glass blowing. Mushroom foraging. No, because it's your money or your life. I wonder if this is your money or your life. I guess exotic pets, maybe, would be considered that. Okay, so I said to myself that the next time I start a website, I'm going to do a content plan, and I'm going to plan everything really nicely before I actually start to write content or make a website or anything like that. So I think I'm going to take my own advice, and I'm just going to go for it, and I'm just going to buy a tiny domain, a tiny house domain name. So tinyhousehub.com, let's search it. Probably not going to be available. .io is available. Don't mind that. Does have the word tiny house in. I kind of like it. Tinyhousehub.io. Tinyhousehub.io. It's kind of expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of expensive. Tiny house. Let's see what ChatGPT's got. This domain is taken. Give me another one. Tiny Home Central. Wait, is it tiny house or tiny home? First of all, let's just get one thing clear. Tiny house has 37,000. Tiny home 20,000. Yeah, I don't really believe Ahrefs. Let's see if that's true. Tiny house has 301,000. Okay. Tiny home has, oh, that's tiny home. Mini house, small homes. Wait, so it's tiny home. Okay, interesting. Sorry about my tabs, guys. You're just gonna have to try and put up with it. Tinyhomehub.com. Come on. Oh, it's so tempting. Should I just... Yeah, so just so everyone knows, this isn't even... They gave me a free domain, but I don't think I ever used it. I'm literally going to pay for this. 1 year, probably just going to have to go for 1 year. I don't really want to spend more than $50. Whatever. Let's get it. It's done. Okay. New project. Payment failed. Oh, God. Okay. Wait. Okay, so minor technical difficulties there. My bank just blocked that payment for some reason, but thank you for being nice and secure, Revolut. And yeah, there we go. tinyhomehub.io has been bought, and let's just go through the entire process together. Okay, obviously I'm not going to show my address, so I'll be back after I filled in my address. Okay, so that is the domain registered. I can't believe I'm doing this again. Let's just get straight into it. Let's make the content plan, and then we will start to edit the website. I don't want to do any more of the editing of the website because I know as soon as I start doing that, then I'm going to regret not doing the content plan first. So let's try. I need to experiment a little bit with actually making the content plan, but what I think I'm going to try and do, I might use the playground for this because I think 3.5 is going to be good enough. And it does have the 16K. I think this might be too long. Let's try this here first in GPT-4. Can you turn these into clickable into a table, CSV markdown table with title, slug, description of article, short description of article, keyword, NLP keywords. Okay, let's see if that works. That might be too long. Okay, seems to be doing it. Okay, so I think the output here, I didn't really want it in Markdown. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what it's called. I'm so bad at programming. Let's try it with the 16K here. Can you give me a table which can be copied into Google Sheets with title, short description, NLP keywords, and URL slug. Make the URL slug short. Okay, I don't really know if this can be directly copied. We shall see. Oh, okay, you can just use Markdown to HTML to convert it into a table. So go to markdown to html.com, put your weirdly formatted thing if you followed what I just did, and then it will output it as something that you can easily just copy and paste into Google Sheets. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to try and be overly ambitious this time, and for my first kind of bit of content, I'm just going to write these articles here. So what I basically had to do was it said, please note, this is only the first 16 rows. So I said, can you continue from row 17? And obviously ChatGPT did exactly that. And then what I'm just going to quickly say is, can you list all of them again, but remove any potential duplicate content articles which Google may punish for being the same? So what this should do is put everything into a copy and pastable format. It's doing the markdown again, but it's not an issue. So it's only doing it from row 17. So I'm going to say, can you do it from row 1? Okay, so that is 20 in total that should not be duplicates at all. So I'm just gonna keep things simple, and I'm just gonna do these 20 right here. So let's just put those into the markdown formatter and then paste that. Let's remove that, and make this column a bit smaller because we don't really need it. Okay, so what I want to do here is split how I'm going to be writing this content. I'm going to be doing probably 10 of these with StunSpot's prompts, and I'm going to do 10 probably with some other methods. But these are supposed to be the pillar pages. So yeah, kind of the point of this video is to show you that I don't really know everything, and I am just experimenting. So what I'm going to try and do here instead is say, can you remove any of these that wouldn't make sense as a standalone article on Google? So these are actually going to be my supporting pages. These are not going to be my main pages. What the? Okay. Now list the ones that do make sense. Okay. Interesting. So these are going to be my supporting articles. I just decided this. So I'm actually going to delete this because I don't need this. And what I'm going to do instead is I am going to do this with auto blogging AI. And then I am going to have pillar pages, which I'm going to write using a few different methods. I'm probably going to handwrite some articles as well, just to see if like I can like rank a lot better with handwritten content, basically. And yeah, so these are just going to be kind of backups, and what I want to actually focus on are the main questions that someone will have when it comes to tiny houses. And I'm going to use ChatGPT for this because I have talked about this before. One of the best ways to cover a topic in terms of SEO is to just cover the topic. So I'm going to say, can you list the... So yeah, basically I said, can you list the 20 most important questions that someone might have about tiny homes? And ChatGPT said yes. So what is a tiny home? Obviously, what are the advantages and disadvantages of living in a tiny home? Regulations, why do they exist, or what types of tiny homes exist? This is great. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to write this content. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the content plan under pillar posts, and then this is going to be supporting posts. And then just as a final step, I basically went on the competitor that I found earlier, who had 50,000 users a month, according to Ahrefs, and just looked at how their site was structured, just to see if I could make some improvements and maybe see how I can structure my website. As long as you don't actually take any content from them, then using the structure of their website, in my opinion, is just like the same as using the structure of someone's book, or just any book, if that makes sense. And yeah, I really like the way that this is laid out. This is obviously WordPress as well. You can just tell that it's WordPress. And these are, so I'm not a WordPress expert, so this is actually really useful for me. These are pages. So his silos are pages. And then yeah, this website is just really well laid out. So it'd be good to know exactly how they have done this. So pages, tiny houses is their main page. It's obvious. The tinylife.com/tinyhouses. That's really, really easy to do. And then within the tiny house category, if I do Control F, you can see that they have set, well, probably slightly less, but a lot, up to 78. No, it's less than 78 because not all of them are within the plans category. And then they have a lot of information about each state, which is obviously really, really useful to know as well. So that'll be really easy content to make for sure. So I'm adding a whole new category here, and I'm probably going to remove, I'll have to remove them from here. So tiny houses legal in. I'm going to remove them from here because I'm going to put them in the new column instead. And basically, I'm just going to do every single US state. This is probably going to be some of the first content that I make. I'm going to make this quickly because this just seems like this is where a lot of the traffic is going to come from. I'm going to build out those pages. They're going to be pages inside WordPress. Then I'm going to do a kind of, a similar thing to like this page here, which is not this page, sorry, this page, tiny houses. This is where all of the pages go inside WordPress. And then, it's basically, I'm just gonna have to build out the pages first and foremost, and then I'm gonna write supporting blog posts, basically. That's the plan here. So the good news here is I have access to all of these URLs, and I'm not going to copy any of the content whatsoever, but I am going to take the structure of this website. So I'm going to take this over to ChatGPT. Let's just use 3.5 for this again. I want this structure on my website on WordPress. Can you help me achieve that? Okay, let's use GPT-4 instead. That did not go well before. Can you build me a content plan for my website split into columns, pillar posts, pillar pages, topic pages, pillar pages, and supporting posts. So I'm already getting buyer's remorse from buying this domain after seeing that absolute monster of a website that is the one that I'm using the structure of. But yeah, basically I am going to do this because I've just bought the domain for $50, so kind of have to now. Okay, so I think I'm just going to follow a ChatGPT kind of structure here, and I'm going to use tiny house basics and tiny house plans and tiny house designs, tiny house costs, find your community, ways to live. Yeah, I like this. Let's just get started. Let's do this. So let's connect to a hosting plan. I should get a free one. No. Wait, do I not get a free one because I just bought a domain? I swear that's how it works. Okay. Maybe I should have got the domain with the hosting instead of the way around that I just did it. That was kind of stupid, potentially. Do I have to pay more money now? God. Okay, let's just do WordPress starter. Screw it, whatever. Let's just do 1 month. For now, let's just do 1 month. Let's just get it done. It's done. It's paid. No, nothing else matters. Okay, nice. Continue. And now I get a free domain, right? Which was kind of stupid. Okay. Let's not add any of this just yet. I don't want to get indexed just yet. And I want to use 2023 because I really liked it. Oops, I just pressed preview. Select and continue. Okay, brand name, I don't even remember. Tiny Homes Hub. Bio. Okay, what are we? Description, ChatGPT. Write a description for this website. The site is tinyhomeshub.io. We're going to go through the entire process in this video, guys. I'm going to be making a logo, everything, probably even socials, because I'm going to really try and get this to get at least, I would be happy with 2,000, 3,000 clicks a month. That would be worth my time. More of an experiment than anything else, but we'll see what actually happens. Okay, tinyhomehub.io, yes, finish. Did I actually write it correctly? Tiny Homes Hub. Damn. I think I added an S when there was no S. Tiny Home Hub. Should already be live. No. Okay, let's just go to edit website. So it is without the S, so that's kind of annoying that I added the S, but it's not really a big issue. Let's just instantly make the website look a little bit nicer. So we're going to go to appearance and themes, and we're going to click customize. And I just want to make sure. Okay, so I'm actually just going to log into the website normally instead of using the preview before making any edits. And yeah, this is the actual website. So let's go on appearance, themes. Let's just save that just for ease, and customize. So what I really like about 2023, and I didn't talk about this in the first video I made about AI SEO and also blogging AI, although this is going to be more like ChatGPT SEO. Yeah, 2023 is super nice, and you can make some very quick changes to it. So yeah, from that editor, if you just click inside like this, then it brings up the styles options on the top right. So styles is what you're looking for, and then browse styles. And this is a really easy way to make your website look clean, unique, but still be really quick. And some of these look really nice. And this is the one that I used for Coffee Somnium, which was the first website I made. But I think I might go for something a little bit more out there this time. And I definitely don't want all of this information stacked out like this. I want to really create a website that will genuinely help people, even if it's AI generated content. So kind of like that. I might just go for this just because it's out there, and I do want to try something a bit more out there this time. So we'll hit save. It's good to do this at the beginning before you make any other changes to your website. Oh, okay. So this new WordPress, it is completely different. But my logic here is if you build something like this, it's going to be quick. So we will test that. But this is what I'm thinking. So you want to press plus here and write logo and hit site logo. And let's just look for something with a site logo already in. And then I guess we can just drag and drop this. Not to here, preferably. So we're going to remove the original header, and we'll do that again. Okay, perfect. So now we want to actually give this a logo. And then you want to press this option at the top where it says settings, and then this lets you actually upload the site logo. Okay, so yep, I just wasted like quite a long time. Apparently, if you install with Hostinger, there is Lightspeed Cache activated by default, which means that it doesn't work. So after spending quite a long time trying to work that out, let's go to install plugins and let's see. There it is. If that's what it is, I am gonna be a little bit angry, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It happens. It's fine. I swear to God, if there's no upload button here, I'm gonna cry. Oh. Okay, right. So it was just a plugin from Hostinger. It's all good. So I'm just going to be using MidJourney here to create a logo for myself. I just did a very simple prompt. Imagine a logo for a tiny home building website. I'm expecting it to do a pretty sweet job, and I'm probably gonna, yeah, I can just tell already that I'm gonna be happy with the result. Look at those logos. Oh my God, MidJourney is OP, honestly. Imagine a time when you had to pay someone like thousands of dollars to do this. and now you can just ask a robot to do it for you. That's actually crazy times that we live in when you think about it. I'm liking to look at this one. Color wise, I'm a little bit worried that it's gonna stand out, but I could always change the color scheme of the website to go with the logo. These are all really nice. This one is easily the nicest in my opinion, but I don't know if the colors are gonna match. So we'll upscale this quickly and we'll just see if the colors match. I'm not very good with colors, so forgive me if I sin here, but I don't think they're gonna match particularly well. I'm gonna have to use Canva. Sorry about all my tabs, guys. Let's just ignore that. Yeah, I have to use Canva here because I need to remove the background, and remove.bg makes it too low resolution. So we'll use Canva Pro just because we have it anyway. So set that, and then let's download. And I think if I do this with transparent, that should work. But maybe not because it's white. I'm not sure about that. Maybe I have to remove the background. Edit photo. Let's just remove the background anyway, and then we'll do it again. This should work, so it's got a nice solid line. Yep, perfect. I don't think I'm going to write like, I'm just going to leave it like this. Oops, that wasn't transparent. Oh God, okay, there we go. So yeah, after all this time, there is the upload button. Thanks for that, hosting. It's fine. If you're following the process, I went through the pain for you. Tiny home hub logo. Okay, let's see. Doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible. We can maybe, oh yeah, we can. Can we make it black? Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Oh, that's way better, I think. Again, I'm not the best with graphics, guys, so please, yeah, feel free to do a better job than me, but we'll put this in the center. I think that's fine, honestly, in terms of having a header. I think maybe the chromatone, duotone, or whatever is not necessary. I think maybe the colors are fine. Leave a comment down below if these colors look terrible, but for me, they look fine. Okay, so I just played with that duotone for a little bit because I do want to try and make this to be a little bit nicer. And I'm happy with the results there. I think that looks nice. I think we can continue on to the next stage. I don't know why it says a blog about philosophy. Mind blown, a blog. Let's just write some content here. So the tiny blog philosophy. So it turns out that hosting actually writes some content for you, which is fairly interesting. I did notice this last time. So let's just quickly check that out. So these are the posts that were generated probably by ChatGPT within Hostinger. I think I might just delete these, honestly. I don't think I'm going to need them where I'm going. So we'll move them to bin for now. And let's start to create the most important pages of our website. So go to pages and add new page. And this is obviously going to be tiny home. Let's do tiny houses here. And what I really want to do is improve on this content later. I want this to be really, really strong content. But for now, I'm just going to have it as a category. So let's just put the structure of the website in place first. So we'll publish this. And what I really, really like about this website is that they have these topics at the top. But what I want to do is I want to take these topics and slightly expand on them. So I want to take their main ideas and say, can you give me some other potential blog categories in this niche? So I want to preemptively make sure that I have everything kind of ready to go. So I'm just going to add a little bit more content quickly to the home page. Check out our tiny home guide. And then I'm going to put this to go to the page that we just made. So it should be pages / tiny homes. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're just going to quickly check if that works. Should work. As long as the link was actually the right link, it should work. So let's go to the website and press here. Yeah, no, tiny houses. Of course. Okay. Nice to know that relative links work on WordPress. Again, I'm not really an expert on WordPress at all. I'm kind of learning as I'm going here, especially not the new WordPress. Okay, this now takes us to the category tiny houses. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make any more categories that I want to make, and I'm going to put them all in the header. I'm going to make the header a little bit bigger as well. So let's make the categories first. So we'll go back onto pages, add new. And I really like the idea of doing a category for sustainability. And I'm thinking I'm going to write what the pages are going to actually have on them. So this learn about how to live sustainably, including, and then I'm going to use the content from before from ChatGPT. I'm just going to put we will explore topics around eco-friendly living, recycling, waste reduction, and renewable energy resources. Perfect. And then these here can be another sub niche. So we'll publish this. And let's just quickly view the page. Make sure everything's fine. Perfect. I do like this. I really like the typography here. I don't know if it necessarily fits the theme, like the website, the niche, but I think we're just gonna roll with it anyway. So I just really like it. It's just really nice. I just want to quickly see if it's loading fairly quickly. So we will do a quick speed test. Lighthouse mobile, and let's do it. Okay, 93 is, yeah, obviously a really good score. So yeah, we're going to rock with this theme. I like it. Let's continue with the category pages. So add another new page. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Minimalism is an interesting one. So we'll do minimalism. I can't spell, honestly. What sub-niches should be? Write a category description for with while also describing the sub-niches. Okay, but nice. Okay, this could be nice actually using ChatGPT to do this. Minimalist wardrobe, digital minimalism. These are all really interesting topics that I definitely will enjoy writing about. So let's just do it like this. And then we can use this as the structure later. Like, I'm not necessarily going to publish the content like this. This is more for me. View page. This should be /minimalism. Perfect. And we'll go for one more. I don't want to overcomplicate things like I keep saying. Homesteading. I'm not really, like, I don't really know much about homesteading. So I think I might go with local law and regulations. So let's do add new. State law. Let's call this tiny home legal. And then we can do the page will be / like New York, for example. Yeah, that works. I like that. So normally when I just Control V now, what it should do is it should write a similar description for tiny home legal. These will be pretty hard keywords to rank for, but I will still write some of these, not all of them. I will still try and rank all of this content. I'm probably planning on doing about 100 posts before I actually try and get indexed. 100 pages, I should say, pieces of content. Tiny home legal. And are there any that we really need? Store, no, but that could be interesting in the future. Maybe a little print-on-demand store to help monetize. Personal stories, I did think about adding some kind of forum feature on WordPress and seeing how that does, but yeah. Food and recipes would be really interesting. Things that you can easily make. Actually, I'm going to do that. That's a really good idea. Because I actually know a lot of recipes. Simple recipes as well. So let's add our final page for now anyway. And we'll say simple recipes doesn't quite work. One pot recipes. I think we're going to go with one pot recipes here because that's probably what people are going to be making. You don't want to be making anything ridiculously complicated, especially if you're in a van. Tiny home / van, I think they're kind of one and the same, although I might be might be completely wrong there. This is fine. I like this. Slow cooker, we could do slow cooker reviews, all that good stuff. I think this works. This is going to be our last category page anyway. So we will publish that. I think that gives us a good amount of content that is all niche relevant to work with. I think now we should work on our cookies. So I'm just going to use this plugin again, Complianz. It's the same one I used on Coffee Somnium. I just think it's a really quick and easy way to make sure that you're covered. And you really don't want any problems with GDPR, someone reporting you or something like that, because it will just be a nightmare to deal with. And this is completely free as well. So yeah, it's fine. We're going to do United States because we are focusing on United States. And I mean, I guess I can just press yes on these. No, we do not have a login feature. So we're going to generate this one, and then privacy statement, we're going to use this generate that I used last time, which is this one here, privacy, what was it called? Privacy statement generate. I think it was the one that just came up, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, there's this one. Company name is now not Coffee Somnium, it's now Tiny Home Hub. Website name, website URL. Oh. Okay, yes, we may as well say yes. Do you show advertising? Yes. Yes. Let's just say yes to everything, honestly. I just want to make sure that I'm covered, and I want to make sure you guys are covered as well. I didn't make an email. Let's make an email quickly. So back on the dashboard of hosting, I click on manage your email, and I'm just going to do the free one because I've already spent $75 tonight on this project. So let's not spend any more money. Let's do Hamish, password. Okay, we don't have to access it. Let's just put this here and then generate. We're going to actually create a page this time. I'm not going to do what I did last time. So let's actually create the page quickly. So pages, add new as usual. The good thing about WordPress is I believe you can just copy and paste HTML straight into it, which is beautiful. And this will be privacy policy. We'll just call it privacy policy like that. That'll be a nice clean URL afterwards, hopefully. Let's press view page. I already have a privacy policy, apparently. I didn't know that. We'll delete the old one and we'll use this new one. So, bin that. And then change the URL here to without the number 2. And then that's done. So we'll do custom URL and then we will view this. Oh, it's already added them. That's beautiful. I didn't even mean to do that. God bless WordPress. Imprint, I have no idea what this even is. No document, whatever. Who is the owner of the website? I'm going to fill this in quickly. I'm just literally pressing yes on all of these options, even if they're not necessarily true. The idea here is to just be covered in case of anything in the future. But yeah, you just want to cover yourselves. That's why we're doing this. And also it helps Google trust you a little bit more quickly. Another thing you can do as well is you can sign up to various things like help a reporter out with this email address. I would advise doing that as soon as possible if you are planning on trying to chase backlinks from help a reporter. It's really, really easy to sign up. It's also free. Just Google help a reporter and make an account. And then these ones I'm just going to save and continue, save and continue. Yes, with Google Analytics. Do you want Google Compliance to add? No, I don't. No. Yes. I'm just going to select them all again, just in case I ever use one. I'm sure at one point, if you're really serious about a website, you'll use most of these. Well, maybe not most of these. Some of these. Do you want to block? Yes. Does your web point to? Yes. Just again, select them all. Yes. Okay, there we go. That should be covered. Okay, just keep hitting save and continue at this point. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. Save and continue. Let's do create missing pages here and then update pages. Save and continue. No, we can't anyway. No menus were found. Create a menu. That would be a good idea. Let's just save and continue here. And there we go. This is where you style it, but I'm not really bothered about this. This should actually be done now. So now if we go on the website, tinyhomehub.io, there should be a cookie banner that should pop up, unless I already accepted it, which I did. And there's the opt-out and the privacy statement. And this is also, yeah, they're also at the top. This is the menu done. This is what the menu is going to look like. I'm not going to change anything from now. Except maybe the order of the menu, because obviously I want the topics to be next to each other. So yeah, we're just gonna basically move the opt-out to the right like this. This is on the template changer, whatever the hell it's called. Put this to the end again. There's probably an easier way to do this. And then I kind of want to make these stand out against those. So we are gonna make these bold. Oops, bold. And we'll make these italic. And they should stand out against each other fairly well. Press save here. And we'll go back to the website and refresh. So we are now covered in terms of cookies. I think the website looks kind of like a SaaS tool, but it'll be fine. Once the content is here, it'll make a bit more sense. I think now we've got no excuse to not write content. So I think we're going to get to writing some content. Morning everyone, this is day 2 of this video and we're just going to start off by making a quick about us page. So let's do add new and about us. My name is Hamish and I am a tiny house enthusiast. So I just got ChatGPT to finish that because there's no way I'm going to spend 15 minutes writing an about us about something that I don't even have any idea about whatsoever. So we'll just copy this and we'll just use that because who's got time to write these days? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to add an image of me. So we'll go for image. Yeah, we'll just go for a normal image and we'll upload. No, we won't. We'll use media library because there's an image already here. Title is Hamish Davison from Tiny Home Hub. The biggest tiny home enthusiast you've ever seen in your entire lives right here. How do I put this in the middle? Align center, perfect. About, let's say about me instead of about us. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make this go to my LinkedIn profile. This is just a small little tip that you can potentially use. And what that does is it just adds a little bit of trust from for Google, basically. So we'll put a link to my LinkedIn. There we go. So that kind of shows Google that I'm a real person. Someone asked me last time I did this if this is necessary. It's not 100% necessary. But every tiny little thing that you can do to make you seem more trusted in the eyes of Google is 100% worth doing. So let's see how that looks. It should have been added to the header page, but it seems to have not been, so we will add it. I think I'll add it to the footer instead. So we'll go to template parts, footer, edit, and I think we'll leave the proudly hosted by WordPress or powered by WordPress. I don't think that's a big problem really. So I'll add a block here. Can we put page here? Page list, post title, post content. Doesn't look like you can put a page. What about an embed? We'll just put, can we put about us? No. Link. Text. Paragraph. Okay. About me. And then we'll put a link to this page right here. Okay, perfect. And we'll save that. That will now be on every single page on the website. So we'll go to Tiny Home Hub. You always want to be checking when you've done a new change to the website to make sure that it looks fine. This is all looking good so far. I think now we've got no excuse to not start writing content. So let's get the content plan up. The plan here is to do 5 minimalism, 5 one-pot recipes, 5 sustainability, 5 tiny home legal, and 5 tiny houses today. And yeah, let's just get on with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build out each of these pages. So let's do the tiny house page first. So we'll go to pages. These are our most important pages. So we do want to make sure that we are actually ranking. So we'll get ChatGPT again. I want to rank a pillar, post, category, section, tiny houses. Can you give me some markdown formatted content to put on this page? While that's doing that, let's try and get some graphics. Okay, so I actually produced some pretty nice content here. So we're just going to use this. This should be perfect, actually. I'm just going to remove one section from here, which is regulations and zoning laws, because that doesn't belong in this particular section. I really like WordPress 6.1. Now that I've gotten a little bit used to it, it's actually really, really nice and really, really easy to use. And I think it's really clean as well. So we're actually going to spend some time here making some images that will help us eventually rank on Google because we are competing with some pretty heavy players. So I'm going to say to ChatGPT, give me an idea for an infographic explaining what a tiny house is. And then I'm going to recreate the infographic on Canva. So we'll do 1000 by 1000. Is this 3.5? Oh no, it's 4. That was really quick. Okay, that's a good image to use as a featured image. So tiny house example. Just want to make sure there's some images. This part does take some time. I'm probably going to automate this on blog posts, but because this is pillar content, I want to make sure this is as good as possible. So we will just manually add images for now. And then because I've already made a lot of these pages, I can actually already start to internally link, which was the point of making these pillar pages right at the beginning of the process. So what I'm going to start doing is I am actually going to start, so be aware of building codes, and I'm just going to put tiny house regulations. Let's put tiny home regulations here. Oops, I always forget you can't do Control K on WordPress for some reason. This editor is almost good. There's still a few annoying parts with it, but it's almost good. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay, there's our first internal link. That feels good. So this is something I didn't do on Coffee Somnium. I didn't do any of the stuff that you're seeing right now. And I'm just going to make a quick infographic. I just got a Canva infographic template. And I'm just going to very, very quickly fill in this information. This is going to be like your first tiny home. Make that a bit smaller so it fits on one line. Okay, perfect. So apparently I do still have a good amount of patience for this kind of stuff, and there is the infographic that I've made. And then what I also think I'm going to do is a trick that I learned quite a long time ago from various people that I worked for, which is using other people's YouTube content, basically. Although, obviously, if you have the ability to make your own content here, then do, but I'm not going to build a tiny house. I could build a tiny house. Well, that's not a terrible idea. I could actually build a tiny house. I might build a tiny house at some point, but for now, I'm just going to use someone else's YouTube channel. Watch this before building one. There we go. Copy link address. And then we'll put this at the bottom. We'll just say, watch this video before you build your first tiny house. That should just embed automatically. Yeah, it does. Nice. Okay, perfect. This is now like a page with decent amount of content. I could see this ranking, honestly. I'm not going to submit to Search Console just yet. That will be hopefully coming. I just need to get some content out first. Although, to be fair, if I'm just going to be writing content like this, I might just... Yeah, I might just submit to Search Console. I'll see. I'm going to make all of these pages first at the very least. So let's do minimalism. Oh, we already have some stuff here. I completely forgot about that. That's perfect. So I'm going to expand this into an article to have on this page. And yeah, we'll use ChatGPT for that as usual. So write in Markdown formatting. You know, I might use StunSpot here, to be fair. StunSpot. Do I have it saved? Tech Tutor. No. What's it called? Sparkle? Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna give this a go because I think this is gonna produce some pretty nice content. So we'll see. We'll do GPT-4. I'm jumping around a little bit, guys. Again. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to turn this into an article for my can. You turn this into a pillar post category page for minimalism on my website about tiny homes. Stop. Please use Markdown formatting. There we go. So I just said to Sparkle, can you make it slightly more engaging with some markdown formatting such as lists, bold, and quotes? And it gave me this pretty nice content, honestly. So we are just going to delete the emojis. We don't want the emojis. And that should be it. So let's edit this page. And I am officially enjoying myself this time instead of being really... I really didn't like auto-blogging AI. I just don't think it was that good, to be honest with you. It just didn't seem like it gave you enough control, basically, over the content that you're making. This looks a lot better. So unfortunately, it's used literal pillar post right here. So I'm just going to say, welcome to the minimalism corner of our tiny homes. And then obviously, as soon as tiny homes is mentioned for the next long time, I'm going to be putting this link right here. Okay, so we just made another infographic, which we're going to add to the minimalist page. And this is what you really need to do if you really want to rank. You want to make sure that the main pages on your website are good, and then you can focus on creating kind of the quicker content, and then you use the quicker content to basically raise the entire power of the website, but mainly of the pillar pages. So again, the infographic's not perfect. You can see that it's not really particularly straight, but I'm just not that good at designing. So if you're not good at designing and you're worried about ranking, then we'll see if this website ranks, and then you can make your decision based on that. It's just good. I also added Pinterest as well. It's really nice that you can just embed content from all over the internet very easily. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the WordPress 6.1 experience for sure. So we'll take a quick look at the page now. Minimalism. This should be centered really, so I'll just center that quickly on pages, and then yeah, it should look fine after that. Looks like a decent page. We'll probably keep people on the website for a little bit of time, so I'm happy. Let's go to templates, and I guess it's single maybe. Let's have a look. This should be it. And we'll align that to the center and press save. This is post title. It's not a post though. We'll see. We'll see. So let's go to my website. Tiny houses. Minimalism. I'll put this under here, and then yeah, that'll look fine as well. So instead of changing the outline here, let's just change that instead. And that should be page. I just changed the page template, and then that should be it. Yeah, there we go. We'll leave it like that. And we'll have an image at the top of each post as well. So let's just see if Tiny Houses has that. It doesn't. This looks fine as well, actually, to be fair. So we'll leave it like this. Now we'll add minimalism / minimalism to our pillar page, and we'll add it. It's already here. Okay, perfect. Let's keep going. I'm actually having fun. I think I'll just make the other ones without showing everything now. But basically, this is the idea. I've shown you 2 examples now, so I'm just going to do the rest for these ones right here. And if I have anything to say, then I will let you guys know. So I just tried MidJourney here, and I just said a featured image blog post with sustainability vibes. I kind of like the third one, so we'll just upscale this. The really nice thing about this website is I don't have to focus on men or women. I can just use any content, because obviously normally when I'm writing, I work for a menswear company. I have to really be careful. How many fingers does this person have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. 5. I think that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's an extra finger here because yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's fine. That's probably not fine, but we'll see, I guess, when I get 10 comments saying that it's not. Okay. Normally I only have to write about menswear, and it's really frustrating because we do have some women's clothes, but like we have so few women's clothing, there's just no point writing about them really. This can be sustainability tiny house and van life. So I've been thinking I'm probably going to add like van life as well to this. I really want to be able to expand into this whole niche. I don't want to be constrained by tiny homes, but for now I'm just going to focus on tiny homes for sure. I'm going to add a table here because I don't really want to make another infographic. I'm not really in the mood to make another infographic. So I'm going to make a little table for mindful consumption, concepts and philosophy. Okay, and then we're just going to add images here because I think that'll be fine. The logic here is that each one of these is going to be its own category, and then the blog posts will come after that, basically. This will take a while to make, but I'm really confident that all of this is going to get indexed. Once I've done this part here, I'm going to do some automation to make probably 50 to 100 pages, very specific pages that I've already thought out. And then I'll probably make each of the secondary sub-niches, I'll make them each a page as well. So I just made some changes to my header. I basically put the site logo here instead of being down here. And then when I did that, I deleted the white space between the post title and the header. And that seems to have fixed the problem on mobile that was basically ruining the look of the website a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is, this is Tiny Home Legal page. And the idea, and I think this is quite a good idea to be honest with you, is to add a block, which is a page list. And then I'm going to set the block to show anything within itself. And then I'm going to generate pages using Article Fiesta. So the owner of Article Fiesta has given me these credits. So there will be a thing that says paid sponsorship in this video, but it's only a paid sponsorship in the sense that he just gave me some credits and I would have bought them anyway. But yeah, that's fine. I do have an affiliate link in the description if you want to try to use Article Fiesta yourselves. And the idea here is to generate legal pages, which I know is a little bit of a risk, but I mean, it kind of needs to be made. This content does need to be made. And I think it's legal in all 50 states. I can't imagine tiny homes actually being illegal anywhere in America. I guess we could check that. Tiny homes legal anywhere. Technically, tiny houses are legal in all 50 states, okay. However, the tiny store list varies state by state very greatly, with some states openly embracing them and others almost shunning them outright. Most states leave the definition of a livable tiny home up to the country or municipality they are in. So yeah, this will need some specialized information. Okay, so as usual, you've always got to change your plans a little bit when you find new information. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to generate these ones using Article Fiesta, and then I am probably going to have to generate these myself using the actual state law inside ChatGPT. That's the plan anyway, and then I'll link to that as a resource, which should hopefully help me rank for these probably quite difficult keywords to rank for. But I think in terms of these states here where it says that they are pretty much legal here, then I think I can get away with using Article Fiesta. So what I'm going to do is say, can you add tiny homes legal in before these states? Okay. That should understand what I need. Yeah, perfect. So these are going to be the keywords for these articles, and the answer is basically yes in these cases. And I'll use this as a test run. If this works fairly well and actually picks up the smaller, finer details of the legality of these things, then I'll use Article Fiesta for the other ones. But if not, I'll probably write them myself. Okay, so with Article Fiesta, we're first of all going to have to connect our blog. So we'll do that quickly. So we need to generate something for Article Fiesta. So I'm going to install this plugin here, which is the JWT Authentication for WP REST API. Install that, and then basically we're going to have to run a little bit of code in our command line. This is just to get a password, basically. So we're just going to follow the Article Fiesta documentation or the video that they've put there. So we're supposed to write Article Fiesta here, and then we have our password here. Okay, I just realized that, yeah, it's a lot easier than I thought. I was trying to generate the password, but yeah, I was just wasting time. Just watch this video on Article Fiesta. It's right here. Check out the video guide. Yeah, it makes everything very, very simple. But basically, you just need to add a new administrator, and then at the bottom it says application passwords. Give it a name, and then press add new application password, and then that's the password. And then the username is whatever is here. It's actually really, really simple. So we are a tiny home and minimalist sustainability blog. What's a category? No CTA, and then press connect. That should work. So I've been thinking more about how to make the non-Article Fiesta content. So I'm just waiting on something with Article Fiesta quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these ones, which are the ones where apparently they're not really as legal. And I'm thinking about different ways to write this content basically. And yeah, I just thought about Perplexity while I was waiting. And I searched for that exact term, and it actually gave me a really, really nice outline here. And you know that this information is going to be mainly accurate. So this could be a really, really good way to also write the content. What I did was I took this content and I basically just said to ChatGPT to summarize this content. I just literally copied and pasted it, as you can see, with formatting, bad formatting and everything. And this is now a fairly accurate outline of what we could use basically to write an article. So we'll try that quickly just because I am trying to write content as quickly as possible. Not as quickly as possible, just as well as possible, actually, to be fair. So we'll go to here, go to here. And we're going to get Sunspot's prompt here to just write a little article. And to be honest with you, if this is good, then I might just do this because it's nice to be able to automate things. But if I'm not really... If it's not a problem, if it takes like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes per one, then I could just do it like this, honestly. So where is Sunspot? Yeah, okay. Let's see what it does with this prompt. To be honest with you, I like this content, and I think I'm just gonna, at least for now, stick to doing it like this because, yeah, I may as well. And I know that the content is going to be really, really accurate in terms of current laws and things like that because it's from Perplexity, which uses web crawling. So let's create our first subcategory page. And this is going to be our tiny homes legal in Pennsylvania, ? Nice. Let's just get an open source image for Pennsylvania. So I have no idea how to write that. Images, tools, usage rights, Creative Commons. Flag of Pennsylvania? Yeah, we'll go with that. So we'll just get something directly from Wikipedia, which is fine. Is an SVG, I don't know if that matters. SVG camo, okay. Okay, so I just saved it as a PNG instead, and we'll see if that works. Okay, there we go. I downloaded it as a PNG, and that looks like it's going to work this time. This is not a particularly long process, and I think this is definitely worth doing it like this because I can just be sure that the content is going to be accurate. Let's put a little summary at the very top. So we'll say, can you give me a markdown table summarizing this information for the top of my article? And then while that's doing that, let's add a couple of backlinks. So tiny home, not backlinks, sorry, you know what I mean. / tiny houses. Sustainable, no. Minimalist. Minimum, no. I don't think we're going to have to add anything here. And then we will add a parent page. Parent page should be tiny home legal. And then we'll just quickly add this. Okay, so this is going to be our little table that we're going to add, and we will put that here. Let's put it directly under the image. There we go, perfect. Header label, nothing, I guess. Tiny homes in Pennsylvania. Little table with a photo. I think that's good enough, honestly. These are just supporting pages, and they are potentially your money or your life, so ranking here is going to be difficult anyway, so I'm not really too fussed. Pretty good for how long it took to make. Let's inspect. Make sure it looks okay on mobile. Looks fine on mobile, to be honest with you. It could do with another photo further down, but I think I want to kind of focus on speed. So I just got ChatGPT to give me all of the US states. They have, each one has a 2-letter name. Obviously, most people know that. And I'm going to be using that to automate this process. I'm going to use bulk create, upload CSV. We're going to choose that sheet. Right click an element. And we're going to do connect data like this. And then we're going to try and do continue and then do generate. And then hopefully this is going to make each one, AKAZ. Yeah, perfect. So we now have all of these, which we're going to use these on the page. This should be fine. Some of them are a little bit too big, but it looks like it's going to be fine. So we'll download these. We'll do transparent background. And we want all pages. Download. So you can actually just drag and drop these, which is really useful. And these are going to be for, yeah, basically the page is going to look like this. And if you're in one state, then you can very quickly and easily click the state that you are, yeah, from, basically. So we have Arizona, so we'll add Arizona. I guess AZ is Arizona. I actually don't know. What is AZ state? It's got to be Arizona, right? Yeah. And then you just need to look for each individual one at a time. This is how I'm going to do this entire system. I think this will be worth it in the end because it will give a decent amount of traffic, I hope. So while I'm creating these legal pages, I'm just using Article Fiesta to create some long form content around some keywords just in the general industry that I'm focusing on. So the first one was how to live off the grid. And now I'm doing what is minimalism and how to live a minimalist lifestyle. These are just going to be things to draw, basically bring some traffic to the website. And yeah, that is another article done from Article Fiesta. I'm still making the state things. I'm just adding some content at the same time from Article Fiesta just to kind of get the ball rolling. I'm going to England tomorrow, so I'm trying to get everything done tonight, which is probably not going to happen. But this looks pretty good, so yeah, I think we will stick this on. So yeah, right now I'm just doing edit article and then copying and pasting, but the blog isn't connected right now, and I don't really, well, I'm just doing this on the side, so like I may as well just add them manually so that it can create the next one, basically. So for now, I'm just doing it like this. This is the title, and then featured image. I don't know how I'm doing that, so I'll just save it, I guess. What is minimalist lifestyle? This is just kind of, also I'm making a note of anything that I create with Article Fiesta so that we can see what happens in terms of ranking. I have a good feeling that this kind of content is going to rank fairly well. I would like to see a few more lists, although yeah, there's some lists, I guess. But generally speaking, it does look pretty good, and there's a nice YouTube link in there as well, which, as I talked about earlier on in this series, videos are pretty nice. So overall, let's have a look. Looks like nice long content. Where's the video? There's a mosquito. So one thing that's nice about this, as you can see, it is actually adding context of living in a tiny home, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. It is missing a conclusion right here.
It's okay if it's missing a couple of things. It's not really the end of the world. And this is definitely more of an experiment than anything else. And there are no internal links because I'm not using the integrated system, but that's fine. We'll just put this as minimalism and we will publish. Okay, nice.
And that is officially the last state of America. That is 50 states. That is 50 pages made. The final thing I'm going to do is just connect all of these. I'm probably going to have to do this one by one, but that's my own fault, to the ones here. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, that overall took me about 9 hours to create all of this, but we now have one solid pillar in place. This is a pillar for my website. I expect this to drive traffic, and it's really, really nice to get that done. I had a few more ideas while working on this website today, and one of them is aesthetics. So I'm actually just going to quickly add that page right now. So it's going to be a new category. So we're going to call this Tiny Home Aesthetics, and I'll write a category later. I just want to make this page for now. So there's not going to be any, I can just publish, I'm pretty sure. View the page. What the plan is here, I'm probably going to use some kind of system to show photos, and I'm going to do like goth and different aesthetics, and I'm going to use MidJourney to basically produce that content. I think that's a really good idea. But for now, we're looking really, really good. I'm very, very happy, and we'll just do a quick speed test of a random page just to make sure that everything is working as it should be. We have a lot more pages than the start of the day. A lot more pages. We have about 70 pages now, which is really, really good. Let's see if this loads quickly. It seems like it's loading pretty quickly. We'll just give this 2 seconds. I'm hoping for 90 plus at least on the score. Let's see. 98. Wow, that is quick. Okay, so I think that's the end of day 2. It's now midnight or midnight, and I am probably going to go to bed soon. Okay, so it has been a couple of days. I haven't really done much on the website. I've been in England seeing my family. However, I am doing some stuff on the website right now, so let's get into what I am doing. So first of all, I made a Clickbank account because, you know, it's just a classic affiliate marketing thing. And also, I guess you could do this through Amazon as well, but like this just has a little bit of a better percentage. And now I'm doing ad inserter, but let's just quickly go through the process of making a Clickbank link. So all I did was go on the Clickbank marketplace and just searched for tiny house, and then just clicked this one here, and I clicked on affiliate page, which brought me to this page here, and then I went onto the banners part. So here it says banners. So my nickname is this, and then you can put anything here, and then whatever it might be. But another easy way to do this, and I think this is going to work, I do still have to check that this is actually going to work, but you can just change the affiliate thing here to your affiliate name, and then I'm pretty sure, because everything else looks fine here, like nothing looks like it's going to cause any problems, this should now be a link. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding Ad Inserter, which is a plugin which allows you to basically add ads to your articles and other things. So let's click on settings, and this is my block. So I'm just going to do Control V, and this will add this block right here. Okay, so this is Ad Inserter, and this is the code that I want, and we're using block number 1. And I want this to be on posts, and I want this to be on static pages as well. I do need to see where I could put this. Before paragraph is probably the best place to put it, and we'll put it on paragraph number 2, let's say, just so it's not right at the top and it's not potentially interfering with any other adverts. And then pretty sure if I press save settings right here, we should already be able to see this. So let's go on Tiny Home Hub. And for example, tiny houses. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. So let's click this, see where this goes. This should be perfect. So yeah, you can see this process is pretty easy, pretty standard affiliate marketing things. But I like this. I think one little change I'm going to make is I'm just going to put center tags around this. Because I know HTML, I'm like 99.9999% sure this is going to work. So let's see if that's now centered. It should be, yeah, perfect. So this will bring in basically some extra cash. And it basically, as well, it means that I have a way to earn money on basically every page of my website, even if I don't have an Amazon affiliate link, whatever it might be. So I think this is just a nice little thing to have. I am going to be trying to monetize this quite heavily. So we will see. This could be a little bit lower, I guess. Maybe after the second H2 or the third H2 maybe would work a little bit better. Let's just see where this is on some of these. Oops. Minimalism, that's fine. One pot recipes. That's okay. I think this is fine, honestly. The positioning is good. Okay, so yeah, that'll bring in some sales, I'm hoping. We'll see, though, for sure. But the main thing we do want to do for monetization is AdSense. So I do need to keep adding to the website. I also posted our first blog post, which is just an ultimate guide to tiny home locations in the US. It's just a pretty standard article. I'm putting tables at the top of everything. I am going to add a table of contents plugin at some point. Probably going to head for 20 to 30 articles, and then I still need to build out a lot of the other pages. And then I'm fairly confident I will get onto AdSense. Just going to quickly change this because it says the tiny blog philosophy, which it should just say the tiny house philosophy, let's say. We'll save that. I do need to make a bit of a better landing page as well for the homepage, I think, instead of just being my posts. But I think for now, we're just going to keep making content because that's the important thing. Good morning, everyone. We are on day 4. We're about 12 hours into the challenge overall. I did like 10 hours in on day 2 or day 1, I can't remember. And then the rest of the time, I've been doing like an hour a day, if that. We are currently just working on pillar posts. This is Tiny House Basics, which is a part of another thing I can't remember right now. Oh, no, it's just a completely new one. I think Tiny House Basics is going to have to, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I guess maybe just in the header would be the best. Let me just think about that. I think probably in the header. It could also go here on tiny houses, I guess. But these are the types of tiny houses, and then here I could do, yeah, okay, it can go inside tiny houses, it's fine. So at the moment, we've got the types of tiny houses, and then I think basics would go pretty well here, to be fair. So tinyhomehub.io/tinyhouses/tinyhouse basics. That looks fine. And then to be honest with you, I probably won't put the sub niches inside this category. I'll just do like separate pages, basically. Okay, so what I'm currently doing is I would quite like to add a little bit more to this post. This is one of the basically this is one of the posts that I just made. So tiny house basics, the tiny house movement. So what I'm currently looking for is I'm looking for an image of Jay Schaefer. So we'll go to usage rights, Creative Commons. Let's see if there's anything here. Maybe this will be okay. This is from Wikipedia, so obviously it is. What's it called? It is Creative Commons. So something recent counter movement towards small houses when she published The Not So Big House in 1997. Tiny House on Wheels were popularized by Jay Schaefer. I want to add this information right here to the article. So let's just say rewrite this information. I think in this case, I'll just take this image because it is in the public domain. Instead of creating one using, what's it called? This MidJourney, tiny house on wheels, first ever. Tiny house movement. Okay. And we'll just add this to the thing, and let's see if there's anything else that we can use. Doesn't look like it. That's fine. So we'll add that image right here. It's a JPEG, which is perfect. And that just adds a little bit more to the article. And then I also had this table created by ChatGPT. I am currently using the essay method, okay? So what I did was I used Perplexity to say write an outline for an essay. Probably going to be doing this all day just to create maybe 15 to 20 pages of pillar content. So you do the outline and then you say, can you expand on that? And then you copy all of this information into, I'm currently using the playground. And then that's kind of the general idea behind that. So we'll grab this and this will now paste directly into here. Let's put this a little bit lower. Instead of right at the top, let's put it here. It does make more sense at the top though. Let's move this down. So let's move this down, 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 down. What you want basically is like you just want it to be spread out. You want everything to be spread out. That's the most important thing. So we'll say quick summary of the tiny house movement. Okay. This now has enough information, in my opinion, to get ranked on Google. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it could do with a little bit more. So actually, what I'm going to quickly do is see if there's a YouTube video on this. Tiny house movement. Let's just do that. See what comes up. Living in a tiny house. No, no. History. Can't imagine anyone making a documentary about this, but the failed utopia of the history of tiny house. 2 minutes 22. Okay, you're getting on there. It's probably a really bad video, but looks fine to be honest. Making it hit the tiny house movement. Now we'll just get this copy link address. That's fine, and we'll put this at the bottom under the conclusion like this. This just adds a tiny bit more HTML, and hopefully that'll help the page get ranked on Google. We'll have a little look at the overall page. Looks fine to me. So yeah, I think this is going. I'm going to have to put tiny house basics as its own topic, I believe. I wanted to put it inside tiny houses. So I have two options, basically. I think I'm going to go with the second option, actually. I'm going to remove this from tiny house basics. And then if I click view, the tiny house movement. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to put tiny house basics inside tiny houses. I think I'm going to do that as a drop down here. So I've never done a drop down, but I think I should be able to work that out fairly easily. Okay, so yeah, that is fairly easy. You just have to go to the header and then click on the one that you want to add the submenu to, and then there's a little button here that says add submenu. So we're going to save that. And then I just want to see if it's clickable, because it has to be clickable. It's pretty important. So if I click tiny houses, yes, it's clickable. And then if I click tiny house basics, it takes me into tiny house basics. Perfect. Then what I need to do is I need to put the tiny house movement, but not inside tiny house basics. It just needs to be linked here, basically. So we'll do that quickly now. So we'll press edit page. And then we will do Control K, which doesn't work, obviously. So we'll do a link here. And the link should be tiny house movement, which is this one. And then press enter and then update. So now the way this works is basically instead of spamming categories and subcategories, what we do is we go to tiny house basics, we click here, and it's a nice clean URL, as you can see. So it's kind of inside tiny house basics, but it's also not inside tiny house basics. That's the point of the process that I just showed you. Now I just need to create tiny house literature, which is a good opportunity for affiliate links. Building your tiny house a checklist. This will be something that I'll have to probably spend quite a lot of time on, making an infographic or something. Yeah, this is going to be quite a long day, so let's just keep going. Okay, so as I'm already an Amazon affiliate, I think I'm probably just going to be using an Amazon affiliate thing for this article. Probably going to be just taking this style of content, if not just straight off ripping the books that this person uses. And any that are on Amazon, obviously, I'll use Amazon affiliate link. Any that aren't on Amazon, I probably won't even bother. Let's just quickly see. I'm very curious if this is actually ranking for anything. Let's have a look. 21 keywords, not bad, I guess. Not great, not great. Book tiny house book. I mean, it's worth making, so I may as well make it. I think, to be honest with you guys, I've just been thinking, like, I was planning on using auto blogging or something to create hundreds of pages, but at the end of the day, I'm actually kind of enjoying the process. So what I think I'm going to quickly do is it's time. I'm gonna get indexed on Google. I'm gonna see how it's actually going, because I need to know if this is actually going to be worth it, putting all this effort in. And right now, it's pretty much impossible to tell unless I actually do this part of the process. So it's time. Let's talk about getting indexed on Google. And I haven't done this in a long time on WordPress. So I think what I'll do is I'll just use RankMath, honestly, because I think it's probably going to be the best option for me personally. Feel free to use anything. You could even, just do it yourself, etc., etc. But I am going to be using RankMath just because I think it's going to make it a little bit easier for me. So once you've installed RankMath, it should appear on the side somewhere. There it is. So we'll click on RankMath and let's just run through the flow real quick. So we'll use Google here and we'll use Income Stream Surfer. Okay, RankMath free plan, yes, fine, no problem. Let's go with advanced and let's start wizard. We are a personal blog, tiny home hub, tiny home hub, tiny home hub. Logo for Google. I should have my logo here somewhere. Load more, jump to first loaded item, that would have been good. Or not. There we go. Okay, use this file, perfecto. Default sharing image. Let's just go with the same image, honestly. Okay, that's better than not having anything, so we'll go with that. Click connect Google services. Again, income stream surfer. Continue. Search console. So this is the bit where I get a little bit nervous. Okay, so once you press reconnect on the top here, your website should appear here. If it doesn't appear here, you might have to verify in Search Console first, but I believe RankMath is supposed to do all of this for us. Let's just create a new GA4 property here. View doesn't really matter. Install code, yes please. And save and continue. Normally I would probably go with AdSense as well, but obviously I don't have Pro on RankMath, so we won't bother with that. No index empty category. Yes, I guess. No follow external links. Not really necessary. Open external links in a new tab, definitely. Save, save, save. And then let's click set up advanced options. Let's see if there's anything here that we need. No, save and continue. That's fine. Let's put 404 monitor on just in case. Redirect. Set up temporary or permanent redirections. Combined with 404, you can easily redirect 40. Yeah, definitely want that on. Schema markup, article. Let's just go blog post. Article, blog post, okay. Okay, so now if I go on Search Console and refresh, there should be tinyhomehub.io right here. Yes, perfect. So this is now going to start the process of getting us indexed. Just want to see if there's anything I can do to help me get indexed a bit more quickly. And let's just see if there's anything else here. So image SEO looks pretty interesting. I may as well put that on. If it's free, I'd probably use that. Instant indexing, I would quite like to get all of these indexed as soon as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to tinyhomehub.io/sitemap.xml. open these 3 pages right here, or just 2 pages in this case, because there aren't that many. And then I want to, well, I'll do the pages first because there's more. What I'll do is I'll use ChatGPT and I'll just say, can you give me the URLs only from this list? That should do that fairly easily. Perfect. I'm very, very excited for this. Okay, so as usual, ChatGPT 3 has absolutely smashed that, which is perfect. And then we just need to go to here. I need it without the numbers, it seems. So can you list them without the numbered list? Is this going to work? No. Is there a way to get this? So maybe Control Shift V? No. How do I remove the numbers here? I actually don't know. Okay, so I found this pretty useful tool. The only thing this won't work with is if there is a number like this. So genius. Are there any other numbers here? I don't think so. So we'll copy this to clipboard and then we'll just add the genius one. So genius. That should be 7. Okay, do I need to one by one delete all of these bloody dots as well? Maybe not. I guess there's only one way to find out. I feel like I do need to delete them. Okay, we're just going to go with submit here and see if this works. 6 URLs were submitted. Yeah, it doesn't work. I have to remove the dots. Okay, Google Sheets has got me covered. Finally, replace with space and then replace all. There we go. Okay. Now we'll submit all of these and yeah, we'll see what happens basically. I'm going to keep writing content, of course. I just wanted to basically get these submitted because I'm getting kind of frustrated with just not really making any progress. So we'll see how that does. And yeah, I'll be back. I'm just going to keep making content. One thing you always need to do when you are submitting a new website is make sure that the sitemap is also on Google Search Console. So that's what I'm just going to very quickly do. I just wanted to show you guys the entire process of starting to get indexed. So we'll go to Sitemaps and just submit the sitemap like this. Oh, they already have my sitemap. I didn't see that. Yeah, they already did it. That's just RankMath for you. Working really, really well. And now let's do site tinyhomehub.io. We're not indexed yet, but we will update this in about an hour. I think as well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add on tiny houses here, I'm just going to add another layer. So we'll go to appearance, themes, customize. Did that pretty badly. Template parts, header. There we go. Now I'm getting used to this setup. What I want to see if I can do, okay, that's not gonna, is can I add another submenu here? Yes, I can. Perfect. And this is going to be the movement, tiny house movement, but I just want this. Okay, that's looking good. Then we'll hit save. The reason I'm doing that is just because I don't want people to miss that page, because if I go on Tiny House Basics, they might not know that this is clickable. So some people might be lost to that fact. So if I put it here, then yeah, it's just helping everybody out. Just thinking about other UI things, breadcrumbs would be good. And also I have just activated RankMath, so Schema should already be in play here. But what I thought I would do is actually I'm going to add another new subcategory, so, or pillar page. So we're going to do aesthetics. So we're going to call this tiny home aesthetics. Browse a variety of styles and aesthetics with our tiny house. Oh, look at that. Perfect. These are really, really nice.
So this is my idea. What I'm planning on doing is using MidJourney to create aesthetics, and then just putting these aesthetics. And they're probably gonna have really low searches per month, but you just got to go for that kind of stuff, because surely someone at some point is gonna Google English country cottage tiny house or something. So that's the general idea behind this. So this is actually going to be a page, a parent page or a pillar page. And as I create the aesthetics, I will fill them in here. So English cottage style aesthetic. And then what I'll do is I wish there was an upscale all button. I'll pick 2 of these. I really like number 4. So we'll use number 4 as the kind of the clickable image. So we'll save this as English cottage style tiny house aesthetic. So aesthetic, these are the kind of words that you need to learn about when you're doing SEO. Aesthetic is a really, really good example of that. And it's just a word that's very commonly used with basically anything. Okay, it's kind of hard to explain, but aesthetic is a very common word. Another example of that is when I'm writing about fashion, attire is a really, really good word that will pick up a lot of clicks, basically, or a lot of searches, not necessarily clicks. But I just want to check something here. I'm just going to go on the settings of MidJourney. I don't know what this means, stylize, because this doesn't look that realistic to me. Stylize MidJourney parameter meaning. I think low stylization means more realistic, right? The meaning is trying to produce images. Low stylization values produce images that closely match the prompt but are less artistic. So this should be more realistic, right? Or no? I'm not sure about that. It looks fairly realistic, I guess. So this is going to be clickable, and this will go to another page, which I will now make that page as well. I'm not really going to be using RankMath except for the things that I just showed you about getting indexed and things. I'm not really planning on using it like this and doing all this editing and blah, blah, blah. It's mainly just to get indexed and things. So generally how I think about things is Google is pretty good at making meta descriptions as well, normally. So, oh, apparently I already made this page. I do not remember making this page, so we will delete this one. And I have copied and pasted the content from that one onto the one that's probably going to be indexed more quickly, which is why I'm doing it like that. We'll update that, and then we want to put it into the header if it's not already in the header, which it's not. So we'll quickly edit the site, template parts, header. Let's add a little section here, and this is going to be aesthetics. Shall I just write aesthetics here? Probably. Might just write lookbook, actually. That's a good idea. Lookbook. Okay. We'll move this to the right. Oh, sorry, to the left. Save that. Okay. Okay, so now we're definitely getting somewhere with the website. I can feel it all coming together nicely. Let's see if we're indexed yet. So site, tiny home hub, probably not. We are not indexed yet. Okay, so now we have to make the actual lookbook here. So we'll start with the first image that we've already done. Let's do a gallery here. It's probably going to work the best. Let's get the rest of the images upscaled. Do we like all these? Yeah, they look fine. They'll do the job. 1, 2. This is probably not the most efficient way to do this, especially I think this is going to just drain loads of my credits and things, but yeah, I'm just in the mood to do it quickly. English country style cottage aesthetic tiny homes.png. Oh, zoom out though. That's kind of cool. I want to try this. This is a new feature. It doesn't look that realistic, I swear. What does it? Kind of looks a bit too cartoony, but I guess it'll be fine. Tiny home country English style .png. Let's see this zoom out. This is gonna look pretty cool, I think. So we'll do the zoom out last. Let's just add these these 3. Nice. So this is kind of like my own personal Pinterest. That's my logic here in my head, is that this is like Pinterest, and I can probably use this to post to Pinterest later as well as Instagram. These are square images. I think that's fine for Instagram. I'm not so sure about Pinterest though. Overall, if that's possible, and I can just put a link on something like Zapier and then post automatically to everything else, that'd be really, really nice. So that's definitely something I'm going to be looking into. The zoom out option is pretty cool, to be fair. I like it. I think 3 looks pretty nice though, to be fair. So I think here I'm just going to add some ChatGPT content, and yeah, we'll just see if this ranks, basically. That's the reason I'm making it. But obviously we're going to make this part of... So that is the English cottage style aesthetic now done. I think pretty much at this point, I'm thinking about just releasing this video now. So before I do that, I want to talk basically about the monetization, how I'm going to do it, etc., etc. So there's going to be 3 different types of monetization. First of all, there's going to be Amazon affiliate links. Most likely, it's going to be things like books from Kindle and other things like that, education. And potentially in the future, maybe some like stoves or that kind of stuff as I branch out more and more. Maybe even do an entire cooking series, and I will link like pastas and things like that. There's loads and loads of monetization options on Amazon, obviously. And then we're probably going to be going with Ezoic as well. So let's talk a little bit about Ezoic. At the moment, there aren't really any minimum requirements. So Ezoic no longer imposes page view limits upon signups. It used to be 10,000, now it's 0. However, there are 2 different systems. If you have more than 10,000, they have one system, and if you have less than 10,000, you have basically another system. But basically, the important thing is that you follow their ad policy and quality guidelines, which we're going to talk about right now. So do not have invalid clicks or impressions, and that's pretty easy. We're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be falsely encouraging clicks. We're not going to be offering copyrighted material or downloads. I mean, we are, but for sale, I guess that's fine. Yeah, this just means that you can't pirate things, basically. Not offering counterfeit goods, definitely not doing that. Traffic sources, we're going to be working on this. We're going to be doing some social media, etc. Shouldn't redirect users to undesirable pages, obviously. Gambling content, no. Not using automatically generated content. Let's just not say anything here. Not creating empty pages with no original content. We're not doing that either. Not using content that's copied from other web pages. We're not doing that. No keyword stuffing. We're not doing that. Not doing any of these. No aggressive content. No illegal content. That's fine. So these are their spam. This is Google's spam policies. These are like the really important things that you can't be messing around with. We're not going to be doing any of this stuff anyway, but it's definitely worth giving this a little read. So this is pretty much the most important one here. Spammy automatically generated content. Spammy automatically generated content or auto-generated content is content that's been generated programmatically without producing anything original or adding sufficient value. This is the most important sentence in our entire thing. Like, this is the sentence that matters. Instead, it's been generated for the primary purpose of manipulating search rankings and not helping users. Examples of spammy auto-generated content include text that makes no sense to the reader but contains search keywords, so we're not doing this. Text translated, we're not doing this. Text generated through automated process without regard for quality or user experience. This is the most important part right here. You need to actually add some quality to the internet, which that's what I've been trying to do in this video. So I'm pretty confident that we will be accepted. Text generated using automated synonymizing, paraphrasing, or off. I don't know how to say that word. Wait.
I actually have no idea how to say this. Obfuscation. Fair. Text generated from scraping feeds or search results, we're not doing that. Stitching or combining content from different web pages without adding sufficient value, we are not doing that. So overall, this, yeah, I think we're fine in terms of getting AdSense approved, or in this case, Ezoic approved. The final one is going to be Clickbank. As I showed you in this video, this is the only one that I've actually shown properly in this video. Amazon's really, really easy though. It's super, super simple. All you do is once you become a affiliate, I think you download their Chrome extension. I don't know if you actually have to download their Chrome. Maybe there's not a Chrome extension. Once you become an affiliate, if you go on Amazon, you get this thing here. It's called SiteStripe. So I guess you have to activate it or something. I'm not 100% sure. And then you just look for, so let's say we want to sell pasta, for example. So this, I did originally do this. So I noticed that they have di cecco on Amazon, which is actually the pasta that they eat in Italy. So I did originally, maybe 4 years ago, I had a website that was going to be this. I never went through with it. I had maybe like 10 articles. I would like to do this at some point because the logic is they eat this anyway in Italy. Okay, so this for me is a really good item to sell. So all you do is click text plus image here, and then you just copy this, a little bit of text here, and then it's just an iframe. So you can just embed it on any WordPress page like this. Obviously, I'll delete this afterwards. Should just paste straight in. Apparently, it can't be embedded. Yeah, so you've got to do custom HTML. I didn't realize that you had to do this. So you have to press the little thing here and then do custom HTML. And then you copy and paste the thing from before. And then when you press preview, you'll see that the thing is here. Although it does have this awful background, which I guess you can change, but probably not going to go into that right here. So the final one is Clickbank, which it's supposed to be really, really good. It's all people ever talk about when it comes to affiliate marketing. So I'm just gonna give people the benefit. Like I'm gonna trust people here and say that it's a good one. It's mentioned every single time you talk about affiliate marketing. So yeah. So once you make an account, you just go to the affiliate marketplace and you just type in your niche. And luckily for me, there was a tiny home ebook, even though this was not planned. And like I showed you at midway through this video, you just use the ad inserter plugin in order to basically shill, I guess, other people's digital products. Okay, we'll see how this poll develops, but right now it looks like people do not want me to release the video now. They want me to wait for results first. So it looks like we're going to be continuing to make content, which is good, actually, because if I did just release the video, I'm worried that I just wouldn't go back to this. So let's just call what I just talked about a quick summary of the monetization of this website. I'm not going to say that you're going to make millions doing this, but if you do really put in the effort and really push your website all over the internet with social, etc., I think that the money that can be made here is going to be good enough, or at least supplementary to your full-time income. And when you do come to sell the website, it takes like the last 6 months of your earnings and then it times it by 35. So if you earn $100 for 6 months, you can actually sell your website for $3,500, which is not bad. From here on, there's probably not going to be that much content that I'm going to be recording. It's going to be mainly me just making content, and then if anything interesting happens or whatever, then we will talk about it. But yeah, it's going to be mainly just filling in the website. I think my goal is 250 to 500 pages, because that's kind of like, that's what I always tell people that they need to do before they start complaining about not having any traffic. So that's what I am going to do as well. Let's see if my homepage is indexed. I don't think it will be. Oh, it is. We are indexed. Hell yes, that feels really good. So let's just see if any other pages are indexed. Let's just have a quick look. I guess tiny houses is probably the most likely to be indexed, aside from the homepage. Is this indexed? This looks indexed. No, it's not. It will be indexed pretty soon. Everything's getting indexed. This is really, really nice to see. I'm just going to keep making the content, and yeah, Nice. We're indexed. So this doesn't actually show up. I didn't realize that this happened. Yeah, so because this is so new, it probably won't show up yet. Maybe if I put tools anytime past hour? No. Okay, well, we're just going to be making content. I'm going to be writing some more essays because I feel like these rank really, really well. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is day 5, everyone. Welcome to day 5. And we're going to be doing some more content that is based on having a lot of pages. So what I'm going to do is how much does a tiny home cost in? And then using keyword tool, hopefully we can very quickly see what kind of demand there is for this keyword. However, I think I'm probably just going to make these anyway. So yeah, there's one here, Texas, which is the one that came up on Google as well. So we'll have a little look here. We'll use Ahrefs just because it's a bit better. How much does a tiny house cost in? So there's definitely people searching for this. And I think an article that does rank for this. So let's take this, for example, so Florida. What I'm thinking, does this have the amount? So this is, this is one complete article for the entirety of tiny homes in Florida, which would probably be easier. What I'm thinking is it'll have a lot of keywords. It does have a decent amount of keywords. It's nothing crazy, but for one article, it's looking pretty good. The answers here are not particularly good. I think I could probably make something better than this, to be fair. This is not really giving much useful information at all. Interesting. So yeah, I think it's going to be another Perplexity and ChatGPT day for me. I'm going to try and do at least the important states. So we'll do a bit more keyword research, but I think, yeah, we're going to just be doing the states basically because these are ranking quite well already, or at least they're getting indexed. So if I do site tinyhome.io, you'll see 18 results, which is pretty cool. And we do have some images as well. So yeah, we're already starting to be on Google, which is really, really nice. We do have our first impression as well, which is pretty cool. And it is a legitimate impression as well. So we'll start with Florida, and I don't know whether I should add this to the legal page or if I should just make a whole new page, but I think I'm just going to make a whole new page just because I may as well, and I want as much content as possible. So do I put this here? It might get a little bit crazy if I put it here. Yeah. Why can I put them? Oh, that's not a bad idea. I could put them on the all types of tiny house costs, and I could take that and put this as a new category. Maybe that would work. Yeah, that would work. So we'll put this as its own category first of all. So we'll edit the site and template parts, header. Let's just take this out of here. Costs. Remove this one, yes. And then we'll add a new one. Costs. And it will be all types of tiny house costs. And then we'll just delete this. So it just says tiny house costs. Make it bold because all of my other main categories are bold as well. So you've got to make sure that we stay consistent here. And yeah, that should work. And I will put that as its own category. And then within that, I will have a drop down probably, or just put it on the page of all of the states, just like I did with Tiny Home Legal. And yeah, that's what we're probably going to be doing today. So let's get on with it. So we're using a new kind of style, very similar to the one that I think I showed you last night, but basically using this URL. So we give it the URL, tiny homes for sale in Florida, and diagram and draw plugins. Please recreate this article with similar information, but using diagrams, graphs, tables, lists, bullet points, using markdown formatting with headers. The article should cover all the tiny home costs in Florida. So we will see what this comes up with. Okay, so I've just been writing some articles, which is nice, to be honest with you, just getting back into just writing blog posts and stuff. I found some pretty interesting stuff about Boxable, and Boxable actually has an affiliate program. And I mean, their houses cost a lot. So if I can snag one of these, I wonder what the percentage would be. I'm not even going to check things like that. I'm just showing you how you can potentially monetize. So all I did was I was writing an article about ways to make homes on the cheap, basically tiny homes cheaply. And I was using Perplexity, and Perplexity gave me information about Boxable. And then I just typed in on Google Boxable affiliate. I signed up. Within 3 minutes, I had an affiliate link. I'm not sure if it fully works. I'm not sure if, I don't know, it seems a bit weird. I don't really know what's going on. But the one that I used from their website was like a link to my profile for some reason. So I don't know if this is going to work, but normally that process will work. It's just Boxable. I don't know what the hell's going on with their affiliate program. It seems a bit weird and that it's not going to work, but we will see. Anyway, so I've been writing content and you can see there are no featured images here. And I did talk about this earlier on in the video, but now it's time to actually fix this problem. So I'm going to add a new plugin. So just type in featured image on the plugins. And we're looking for one that will auto feature image. Automatically generate a featured image from the first image in a post. Yeah, it's this one here. I believe it's free, so we're just going to click install here. I've never paid for a WordPress plugin in my life, I don't think. I am thinking about paying for RankMath, but for now at least, I don't think I am paying for one. So we just want to do posts here, and we're going to press generate featured images here, and let's see if that worked. Oh, it's done all of my pages as well, which I didn't really want it to do that, but that's fine. This isn't a huge issue, like if it's just going to do them all, but basically this will give featured images to every single one of my posts. I thought it was going to do, but it's also doing pages for some reason, which is a little bit annoying, but that's fine. Let's see if this actually works for the pages that I wanted it for, or the posts I wanted it for. So let's refresh. One of them worked, one of them didn't. So is there just no image here, or there is an image right here? So I don't know why that hasn't been picked up. I would have expected that to be picked up as well. Let's see why that hasn't worked. Refresh this. Okay, we'll just set this one manually, but this is generally the idea. This would work with a lot more. Obviously, I only had 2, so I can just set this one manually because it doesn't seem to be working. So we'll go on post and we're looking for featured image. So we just scroll down a little bit, featured image, and it was, oh, that's why, because it wasn't uploaded to WordPress. Interesting, that's why it didn't work. Yeah, because it's an embed. Right, okay. Now I know. So this is actually from Boxable, which is not what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I did last time to get the featured image. So we'll go to, let's just Google Boxable Casita. Obviously, because, I mean, technically this is probably not the best way to get an image because this image is not my image. However, this image is from Boxable, or it was originally from Boxable. So it's like, are Boxable really going to care if you're getting them sales? Probably not, to be honest with you. So for me, this is fine to take an image like this, but just don't take them from like competitors in your niche who also have niche websites, okay? So because this is an original Boxable image, it's fine to use. So we can probably find this on their actual website. So Boxable Casita. We'll find an image from Boxable of the Casita. So what you can do is you can find an image, and yeah, this should be fine. I think this is my logic anyway, because I'm an affiliate for them. I'm trying to help them sell the Casita. So yeah, it's fine. They're not going to go after me. It's just be careful of other people's websites that you're in direct competition with, for example. You want to be really, really careful, that kind of stuff, obviously. But for this specifically, this should be fine. So you just right click it, copy, and then do Control V. And now we have our image right here. I'm going to update this, and then we'll go back to generate featured image, and we'll try this again. And then we'll go to tinyhomehub.io, and we'll see that this has a featured image. Perfect. So we are looking like a real website. There is something that I want to try and work out how to change, which is the size of the H1 on my website. I don't really know how to do this on the new WordPress. I'm hoping I don't have to go into the theme code, but yeah, we're gonna have a little look around. So it might actually be on styles, thinking about it. Typography, headings, here we go. So H1 is fine. H2 needs to be a little bit smaller. So we'll put it on 18. H3 needs to be even smaller. Why is this suddenly a different, why is this rem suddenly? Okay, wait. So H1 is 3.625 rem. So we'll put H2 as 2.8, H3 as 2.2, H4 1.75. That's fine. 1.1125. Okay, perfect. And what about paragraph? Well, I don't actually know. So we'll press save real quick. We'll see how this looks now because the H1s and H2s were just way too big. So let's go on the website and we'll see. This is probably H1. Let's make the H1 a little bit smaller as well, just because it is way, way too big. So we need to make sure we don't mess this up. So where's styles? Styles, there we go. Typography. What is text medium? 1.6. Yeah, that should be fine. 1.6. Headings. H1. It can't be smaller than 3.2 though, so 3.4. That's not that small, is it? 3.3. H1 should be slightly bigger now, but it shouldn't be too, well, it probably will still be too big. This is just insane. I don't really like this. Oh, I think I understand how to change this right here. So let's go on edit site. And then I'm going to click inside here and then click here. And let's see if we can make this smaller. I guess it's a heading. This is overall styles. That's not what I want. I mean, that's better, but do I really want that to be H2? I guess it's fine because there's already a H1 on this page. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Okay, so let's talk quickly about how I found these article ideas. And this is just a way to try and get really quick traffic for a new website. So what I did was I did in title tiny home. And then I went to tools. And put it on anytime. And I put it on the past 24 hours like that. What this does is it gives you some ideas for new content that is currently ranking. So you can also put tiny home news or something like that. And eventually you will find some interesting content that you can write about. So something like this: Kingwood High School students build tiny home for veteran, heartwarming story. Let's say there's a video as well and the video is in the public domain, then you could use the video as well. There is no video here, there's no interview or anything like that, but we can still use this content, and yeah, we can very quickly and easily make something very similar. So looking at the source of the image, Humble ISD, just Googling that came up with Humble Independent School District, which makes sense. And then we can look for the news of this actual thing, and we can use their photos as long as we afterwards we credit Humble ISD. So that's a really, really good way as well to get some good photos for things, etc., etc. And that's how I'm currently finding my article ideas. So this is for like the news section of the website. So what I'm thinking is maybe I can give it news schema and try and get onto Google News maybe. Maybe that will help get even more traffic. And because this is just an experiment, I am, going to see if that's possible. So we'll click on edit on any of them, and we'll click on the RankMath thing, and we'll look for schema, which is this one. I can use news article, perfect. Google does not allow person as the publisher of articles. Organization will be used instead. Okay, fine by me, dude. So we'll do that from now on for all of my posts, and we'll see if we can basically, by some miracle, get some news traffic. That would be pretty cool. However, overall, as you can see, mainly creating a website like this is just a slow grind. So many people make this look easy, and it's really not easy. If you want to actually rank on Google, you can't just spam content. You actually have to think about what you're doing. You have to make sure everything is organized on the website, etc., etc. So yeah, after creating a few blog posts, I'm back to doing what I'm always doing, which is creating. I know, looking back, I would already change something about how I did this. I would make one page about Arizona, and I would include price, everything. But to be honest with you, I'm not really that bothered, and I think this is going to work pretty well anyway. So yeah, this is what we're currently doing. This is Arizona, so we already have the flag of Arizona. So if I just search here, I can just do this, and yeah, these pages are coming out pretty good. The process is very similar to what I was doing before. I just do a Perplexity search for how much does it cost to do something in somewhere. This time it's building a tiny house in Arkansas. How much does it cost? Gives me this information, and then I tell ChatGPT to basically make a graph or a diagram from this information, and then also summarize the information afterwards. And then I just put all of that into Playground, and I say, write an article. You could also use ChatGPT 4 here. I just prefer using Playground because it just gives me better results. And these are going inside the new parent page, which is cost, which I showed you before. And at the end of this, I have to make a decision as to whether I'm going to add them all to the header, or if I am, because it'll look a bit stupid, to be honest with you, if they're all in the header. Like already on mobile, like I have to fix mobile because it just lists them like this, which is going to get really stupid and long. So I need to try, I'll try and do that now. So let's edit site, and we need to do a mobile specific edit here, which I'm not sure how to do, but we will work it out, I'm sure. Let's see if there's any kind of, so block, additional CSS. I'm hoping that's not needed. Let's go on styles, dimensions, width, no. Oh, wait, that looked promising. Yeah, here we go, menu. Oh, this is how we can edit the menu a bit more easily. That's really nice. Let's see if we can do something about this. Overlay menu. Collapse the menu options in an icon off. That sounds right. Let's try that now. That sounds like it's probably done it, to be fair. Inspect. Oh, okay, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I guess this works. That's fine by me. Yeah, that works. I really hate that this is just off. That's kind of annoying. I guess I could put privacy policy and opt-out preferences in a new category. That would probably work. Instead of actually putting it inside a new category, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit the header here. So we will do, I love that I just found this. This is so useful. So under privacy policy, let's add submenu, and we're going to do opt out. The reason I'm doing it like this is because I don't want to, although they should be no index anyway, I don't want to get them de-indexed, even though, yeah, that doesn't really matter at all thinking about it, but too late, we've already done it like that. So let's remove, and then we'll save it. And then if we look on mobile again, that should be all in the same bit. Yes, perfect. So I do like the collapsible thing, so I will just see if there's another option here that we can change instead, which is gonna... So another thing that I really need to do is work on my footer a little bit, because I don't think there's any... Yeah, there's literally nothing in the footer. Think there should be some kind of template system here that I can use. Yeah, I think it's in blocks actually. Maybe patterns, footers. Here we go. This looks good. Let's try this. How does that look? Let's kind of put it inside it, which is fine. Let's just delete the old footer, I guess. So wait, let's just redo that. Let's delete the footer first. What do I remove? Remove. Okay, and then we'll click plus here, I guess. Okay, so I just press the plus, and then let's just get a footer with search. That looks good. Yeah, I like this one here. So we'll just click this one here, and then... Okay, that's actually much better, but that does mean I have to make a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, but we'll save that. Yeah, I need to make these socials. I need to add Pinterest as well. So let's just quickly make a Facebook page. I don't even use Facebook anymore. I'm not logged in. I'm gonna have to quickly make a Facebook account. I've got to get this video done because this thing where I have to hide my niche is so annoying. So I made a new Facebook and I'm gonna make a page. So pages, create new page. And yeah, you basically just want to fill everything in. So what the hell is my name? Tiny Home Hub. Category, tiny home. Home decor. Living. ADU. No. Home. I like home decor. Makes sense, I guess. Home and garden. Blog? What the hell are the categories? Can you just tell me the categories, Facebook, instead of just... Living. Dorm, housing and homeless shelter, housing, resident assistance service, residence. None of these make sense. I think home decor, screw it. I don't want to spend too long on this. Oh, you can have more than one category. Well, that makes it even more complicated. Okay, the only reason I'm doing this is to not have broken links on my website, and because you do kind of need to make this anyway. So yeah, if I click this link at the moment, it just takes me up here, which is not good. Let's go on the About Us. Where's my About Us? Wait, that needs to be on... I'll put it on here. Templates, parts, header. Let's just add this real quick. This should be here anyway. I thought it was. Just about me. Interesting. That's it, guys. I'm going to actually end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, there'll be many, many more updates to come. I'm just sick of hiding this niche, and I'm scared my computer is going to die on me before I have a chance to release this video. I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Thank you for watching, and peace out.